Hey everyone, yasas que kalosir feta to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. If you're looking for quick and easy weeknight dinner ideas, this one comes together in one pot. Today we're going to be making my one pot chicken harissa with feta and rice. So much flavor in this, as you can see just by the title. We have juicy chicken that's marinated in harissa sauce. There's lots of herbs in here, feta, olives. The rice absorbs all of that flavor, and then we finish it off with olives and feta cheese. Your family's gonna love this one. Let me show you how I make it. Okay, so I'm using boneless, skinless chicken thighs. They're less expensive than any other cut of chicken, and they stay juicy when you cook them. They're very flavorful. I'm just putting them in this baking pan over here. You can use a big bowl or even a plate. And I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil on top, sprinkle some salt and freshly cracked black pepper, about a teaspoon of dried oregano, a little sprinkle of garlic powder, and then a teaspoon of paprika. I'm using regular sweet paprika. Smoked paprika will work too. 2 heaping tablespoons, you could even do 3, of harissa. Your favorite harissa. I do have a recipe on my blog on how to make your own harissa paste if you can't find it in the supermarket. So definitely use whatever you can find, but taste it before you use it. Some harissa paste is very spicy and you want to adjust this to your liking. You can't ever take out the spice, but you could always add it back in. So we're going to start with 2. Mine is not too spicy, so I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon in here. I have 2 pounds of chicken thighs. Toss everything all together until it's evenly coated. This is all going to cook in one pot. If you have a large skillet, use that. I'm using my big Le Creuset pot. It cooks evenly and I love it. Heat a little bit of olive oil in there and cook the chicken about 5 minutes on each side, and then transfer it to a clean bowl or pan, whatever you're using. Next, I'm going to finely chop an onion. Turn the heat off underneath the pot because it is going to have lots of brown bits under it. You want the oil to settle down a little bit and the heat to settle down as well. Finely chop an onion and add it to the pot, and then you can turn the heat back on a low and let the onion cook for about 8 to 10 minutes until it's nice and soft and golden. Next, we're going to go in and add 4 garlic cloves that are grated. Of course, you can add more if you like. And a tablespoon of the tomato paste. We're just going to cook the garlic and the tomato paste until the garlic is fragrant. It doesn't take longer than a minute to do this. Next, I've rinsed some rice. I'm using Carolina parboiled rice. Use your favorite rice in this. You could use basmati if you like, or your favorite long grain rice. Rinse it really well. I like to soak my rice for 15-20 minutes and then I strain it and rinse it one more time. The rice is going to go in with a tablespoon of honey. I'll season it with 2 teaspoons of salt because I have 2 cups of rice. You can do 1.5 cups if you're not feeding that many people. I love to have extra rice left over. It tastes so good the next day. We're going to mix everything all together, and then I'll add the chicken right back into the pot with 2 cups of chicken broth. You can add water if you like. Chicken broth has much more flavor. About 1 to 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice is also going in here. Scrape up those bits that are stuck to the bottom of the pot. Give everything a nice mix. And I also add some thinly sliced peperoncini peppers to this. It adds so much briny flavor. We're going to bring this mixture to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'll add the lid to my pot and reduce the heat to a medium-low. Let everything cook for about 20 minutes until the chicken is fully cooked. The rice is fully cooked as well. Then we're going to open the pot after 20 minutes, add in some chopped olives. I'm using green olives today. Kalamata olives are great in this. Any combination of your favorite olives will be good. Just chop them up roughly. Add them in with some feta cheese. Feta cheese in this brings everything all together and adds even more delicious flavor. We're going to give everything a mix and it's ready to serve. So you can customize this however you like. Feel free to leave out the olives if you don't like them, the peperoncini peppers. You can add more or less. You can add some capers to this if you want. If you want to add more veggies to this, spinach melts right into it. There's so many options and I'll post them all on the blog post. This dish is one that the whole family is absolutely going to love. Be careful with the harissa. I know that store-bought harissas tend to vary in flavor and in the intensity of the heat. So give it a taste before you use it because some of them tend to be super spicy and super smoky. So choose one that you like. If you want to make your own, I have a recipe on how to make homemade harissa and I'll post that down below, or the link to it at least. It's on my blog. Time to do the taste test. I love when feta kind of melts into dishes once it's warm. And then I also love olives when they're a little slightly warm too. We get some rice, some chicken. Oh my goodness. There is so much flavor in this. I need to wrap this video up so I can sit down and enjoy this goodness. I hope you guys give this a try. You can get the full recipe on the blog, dimitrasdishes.com. Let me know how you're making it, what you substituted, if you substituted anything in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'll see you all next time. Yes, that's so good.